It's finally time! Hello fellow Herders of the Blue and welcome to my channel and welcome to the full review of the new Vallejo True Metallic Metal range. This is not a sponsored video, but please have in mind that I took part in the development of this range and thus my views will be biased. As always with these videos, I will provide a link in the description to a full color swatch in high definition for your pleasure. If you want to get some of these paints, I highly suggest you take a look at my official European partner shop, Radddel. You will find a link in the description to their shop. It's one of the best and biggest hobby shops I've ever seen, and I would be surprised if they don't have what you're looking for. And now let's get on with what you're here for. Let's get cracking. Let's begin by presenting the ways that this set is being sold. You will be able to buy the individual bottles, but Vallejo has made a promise that you will be able to buy the full set. Comes in an amazing suitcase. It comes with some color charts. I have two for some reason, but you know, whatever. Two brushes, Vallejo ones. The number one detail, which is a synthetic brush, and a small dry brush. And also two miniatures. They are Siocast, so if you like them, awesome. If you don't, well, there's nothing you can do really. We have a kind of a chaosy evil knight and a sort of sci-fi kind of, not a space marine sculpt, and of course the AT paints. Look at that, isn't that satisfying? But of course, if you're not prepared to fully commit to the whole range, there is also these little packs. They will have one pack for each hue at some point. Right now they aren't available for each and every single color, but each of these packs comes with the 4 paints in each hue. It even comes in the back with some instructions on how to use the paints. In my contrast type pen reviews, you usually see me paint on every color, but for this video and to keep it as compact as possible, we are starting from swatches that are already painted in 3 different colors: pure white, light and base of each hue. Most of the base colors of the range cover exceptionally well over black, but if some of them don't, I will try to make that clear. So let's start with the first color of the set. This is sterling silver, which is the white. And I think this is a very interesting triad, mainly because you can use the base color for a highlight over the black, an extra highlight over the black, and you can use the light for a highlight color for every single color. And it's a fantastic paint. As you can see, 2 layers over white primer gives you a solid mother of pearl effect, and it's quite stunning. And here you can see the shade, which is a neutral color. Very useful shade to have because it's just a black shade. And now we move on to the yellow. And this is not gold, this is metallic yellow. I wasn't sure about this color when we were brainstorming, but the truth is I really love it. What I love is the light color the most, I think, because you can use this as a general highlight for a lot of things if you want like a bright highlight. Consider this sort of a ice yellow for metallics. That being said, this is one of the 2 colors that just doesn't work well over a black primer. I highly recommend, if you want to paint a yellow metallic armor, that you start with a white primer. Over a white primer, 2 layers will get you a really solid yellow color. This is the Imperial Gold, and it's quite stunning. In fact, the Imperial Gold base have turned to be my favorite gold ever. This is my new Retributor armor, so to speak. It's really good, and it covers over black with just 2 normal layers. A really nice color. The shade is very dark too, so it provides a lot of contrast. Just to demonstrate how well this covers, I'm just going to do a base coat over black so you can see it. This is just one layer, and with 2 layers you will have full opacity. It's pretty damn impressive. Golds are usually awful, this isn't. Let's move on to the next one. This is Ancient Copper. As you can see, the colors are very nice. I think this copper strikes a really good balance between pink and orange, and the shade provides a great contrast. We move on to the reds now, starting with Forged Red, the warm red. And as you can see, it's really orange in the highlights, and the red is pretty damn good. This would be ideal for something like Botan, for example. The shades, although based on the express formulation, are very different. They like to flow into the recesses more, and they highlight texture a lot better. This is Ruby Red, the cold red of the set, and I love this color so much, and I love the shade. I actually think I prefer this shade over the Forged Red one, and I think I will probably use this shade for both triads. This is one of my favorite colors of the whole set. Very nice. And now we go into the pure fantasy. This is amazing. This is called Crimson Magenta, and well, it's really pink. If you want to paint metallic Emperor's Children, this is the color to go with. We go on to the purple, and this is called Amethyst Purple, and again looks really nice. Again, if you want to do 30k Emperor's Children in metallic colors, you are going to love this set. You're going to love Amethyst Purple. Let's apply the shade. I really love the shade from this triad. It's one of my favorite ones just because how intensely saturated it is. Just look at how awesome that looks. The next color is the violet, and it's called Celestial Violet. Another great triad with a really nice shade. The shade is colder, obviously, it's a violet, not a purple, but still amazing. The shades are intense by design, so they are very colorful. If you want to tone them down, just mix them with a little bit of water. They work fantastically well. Now we get into the blues. There are 2 blues in the range, starting with Ultramarine Blue, which is a desaturated blue color. Again, the name is self-explanatory in all senses. It's an ultramarine blue, and it's ideal to paint your ultramarines in metallic colors. Now is the turn of Sapphire Blue. You've seen this color a lot if you've been following my latest videos, and especially that base blue, that base color is just beautiful. You've seen this enough, you don't need any explanations for that. Now we get into the turquoises and teal colors. This is pure Alpha Legion, and it's called Hydra Turquoise. The pun is very much intended. Again, if you want to paint Alpha Legion in metallic paint, there is no better way of doing it than this. In my opinion, of course, but I guess you care about my opinion because you're watching this video. The shade just super intense and quite striking. The next color is Beetle Green, which is another green turquoise color, and to me a combination of these 2, Hydra Turquoise and Beetle Green, would make just the most amazing Alpha Legion color scheme. As you can see, this shade are perfectly toned to the metallic paints, in this case a green turquoise color. And as you can see, it does provide a ton of contrast. The next color is Dusken Green, and it's one of my favorites because I actually designed this color. I chose this color and I toned it, so I'm really proud of how this looks. And I did that because I am a Dark Angel fanboy, and I wanted a way to paint my Dark Angels in metallic colors if I wanted to. And this is the triad to do so. I love especially the base green. It's just a stunning dark green color, and with the wash with the shade on top, it's just proper Dark Angels dark. Single highlight either with dry brush or with your some edge highlighting with the light version will give you amazing Dark Angels. By the way, if you want to see me do those paint jobs that I'm talking about, just let me know. Next one is amber green, which is very much a salamander kind of paint, kind of color scheme, but really useful for many things. This is the other color that doesn't cover amazingly well over black. If you have an airbrush, not a problem. All of the airbrush versions cover amazing because, well, airbrush allows you to do a lot of layers very quickly. But if you're going to use a brush and you want to paint this color, I highly recommend a light primer. Now with all of the fantasy colors, we start to go back into more down to earth colors. And the first one is going to be greenish gold. This is a colder gold. I really like the base color and the highlights. For these last 5 colors, I think all of the base and all of the highlights are incredibly useful. The shade here was chosen to be very green, just to emphasize the green gold name. I think Undead would look amazing in this color. But if you don't like the green tint of the shade, because you could do like a brownish shade over this, just use other color or the black. You can mix and match anything you want. This is just giving you options. But I think it's a really fun option to have. Next one is arcane gold, which is a darker gold than our imperial gold, a little bit more desaturated. I love these colors because the base is suitably dark, so it can really work very well as a base color for any gold. And the highlight is super generic, and you could use it to highlight anything from coppers to bronzes to golds to even some of the reds if you want a different highlight. Shade is also incredibly interesting. Next one, another one of my favorite. This is rusty metal, and it's basically rose gold. It's beautiful. You have an incredibly beautiful rose gold light and a dark color that it's reminiscent of decayed metal from scale 75, which is one of my favorite dark metallics. I would be very light if I wanted to paint rose gold with my shade, but just maybe in the recesses, stuff like that. But if you want to paint this triad as it is, just for like a burned metal kind of look, it works really well. This one is called aged metal, and it's again incredible. The base version, reminiscence of necro gold from scale 75 again, is quite similar, and it's a beautiful tone to shade almost anything. You could shade steel with this, and the light version, it just looks like white gold. So again, extremely useful universal metallic highlight. And the shade is greenish, like a dirty black with some green in it. Absolutely stunning, and works really well. Again, all of the shades work amazingly well to get a lot of definition. And the last one is the Obsidian black, which again, the base version is a really dark metallic, and the highlight is similar in value to the base of the silver, but it's colder. And you can see here how you could easily use these two in combination in any way you want to create, more variation. And here we go with the black shade, which is really intense, and it leaves us with an intense black metal. If you want to paint something like Iron Hands, I would just get this and the sterling silver, and you will get an amazing result. And here you have the full range in all its glory. All of the 20 hues of the range, and I even did the shade over white in case you want to see how that looks, because that is a good idea to give you an impression of how it looks in case you want to shift it or use it for other colors. But again, I think overall this range is amazing, especially if you play something like Iron Warriors. Just get the silver and the bottom row, and you have all of the metallic variation your heart can desire. So this is it. I will have a full swatch composed of high definition pictures of all of this linked in the description, so you can pixel peep all you want. With that, the review of this amazing range is over. I really hope it was useful for you, and I also hope you give them a try. I really think these are the best metallic paints in the market right now, and a truly revolutionary product. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget that if you like my videos and want to help me make them, you can follow me on social media. You have the links to all my social media in the description below and in the pinned comment of this video. Share and like this video, but most importantly, there is Patreon and channel members. Patrons and members allow me to do all the cool videos that I want to make, and most importantly, they allow me to keep releasing videos for free here on YouTube. Perks include access to an amazing Discord community full of lovely people, access to many more Patreon exclusive videos, and also private one-on-one online classes. Help me and join the list of the coolest persons in the planet, including 9 World 1 horses, Adam Foods, Adam Thaxton, Agon David, Al, Alex McDonough, Alan Hansen, Andy, Andrew Dyer, Andrei Mischenko, Angelos Alexou, Antoine Darbon, Arjet Lam, Avery Swanson, Bartosz Badensky, Big Beer 83, Biom, Bob Landrich, Bolsey, Bransky, Chase, Charles Armintas, Chris G, Chris Padmore, Christoph Moret, Christopher Weatherford, Kieran O'Murthail, Copper, Cory Trickler, Crystalios, Don Mako, Daniel Peach, Daniel Remin, Darcy Farrar, Dave Griffiths, David Smith, Dr. Cathabert, Dr. Vic, Emily Queen of Sloths, Emma Ren Stewart, Felix Franke, Fergal, Philip Bueca, Francis Harbord, Garrett Smith, Gary Hewitt, G-Force, Good Old Boys Podcast, Howard Hotville, Hyde Anderson, Ian, Jacob Morris, Jake Staines, Jason Lantrip, Jason Weber, Javi Mota, Jay Jones, Jimmy McL, John W, John Shute, Jorge Pardo Serrano, Justin May, Just Rex, Carl Jones, Kevin Marshall, Kevin Sulars, Killaman21, Lafarel, Lelapin Troll, Leonard Lindemann, Luke Rubius Camhol, Mailbox 2112, Manuel Martinez Lavin, Mark Jarvis, Matt Watson, Mateus Babiuk, Matt Wallis, Matthew Lang, Michael Bro, Michael Holtz, Nasser Luta, Natius Maximus, Nicholas David, One Eye Wonder, One Gnarly Dude, Oscar Therein Bevia, Oscar Jonathan Tomberg, Pablo Cuesta, Baited by Tainted, Palaskate, Rand Username, Richard St. Pierre, Robert Fuller, Robert Macmillan, Roger Nielsen, Sebastian A, Spicy Joe, Square Wave, Stavros Stavro, Stefan Zimmerman, Stephen K, Stirling Coulter Hayward, Swallox, Tyrek, Terry Denham, The Cosmic Serpent, 3Gs, Tristan Lenard, Vendevogel Alain, Ventur, Severin Donvrava, and Soil Sigefed. And as for me, I will catch you in the next one. Bye!